Right, everybody. Let's see this claim that there were angels in the Bosnian War.
One thing strange that I noticed in that encounter, so we're firing at them and some of this crossfire was coming towards us, but a lot of it was going in the air. As you can see, their tracer rounds, it gives off like a light, like a red light, for example. You would know that, okay, that's the direction we're firing. Now, we don't have any helicopters, we don't have any airplanes, they don't have any airplanes.
Yeah.
Why are they firing in the sky? Serb prisoners of war that had been captured in that battle. I went there to speak to them and there was an interpreter. And there was about 10 guys, they're sitting in a room. They're not in handcuffs or anything, they're just sitting in a room, they're in army clothes. And I said that 3 years ago I took part in skirmish against forces where all your return fire was going in the sky. Why are you firing in the sky? He said something in his language, and when he said it, the others looked at each other and they just mumbled like oh yeah, like they weren't shocked or surprised by what that guy said. Broken English. He goes, he see sky people. So what do you mean sky people? He said that guys wearing white clothes, tall guys like swords, and they're coming and they are attacking us from the sky. That's why we're shooting at them, and we're scared of those people. We don't know who those people are. Multiple accounts of different captured Serb prisoners of war. This is the conversation I had directly with that guy, and all of them were like in agreement about this. What is this? I mean, I heard these stories during the war in Afghanistan, and we believe also religiously from the Quran that sometimes when the Muslims are oppressed, then Allah, He sends down angels to help and to fight.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I gotta debunk this. These are not angels, this is psychiatric. This is psychic chemical in capsules. Basically, the JNA, also the Serbian army, had mortar grenades, mortar shells with BZ that is actually filled with psychic chemicals that will make you hallucinate. So actually what really probably happened, not angels coming down, but they fired off these mortar grenades against the Bosnians. The wind probably picked it up, because when it's war and there's explosions, you can control. If the wind is coming from the west and everything is blowing up, making heat, making all of this, the wind will change. The wind, where it's coming from, where it's going, all of this will change. So probably the Serbian armies, because they had high grounds, they were up on the mountains, they already besieged it before the war began in 91, already dug their trenches. All of this happened even before the digging of trenches, and all of this happened even before the war. This is documented. And they probably fired off these mortar shells with chemicals in them. So honestly, the real talk is that the Serbian army used chemical weapons, and their own soldiers were also poisoned by their own chemical weapons. That is the real story. All this, I don't know, man. Fake history, not real. Sorry, but this is not real facts. Fact, this mortar was used with chemical ingredients in it, LSD and all of kinds of things they had to use on the Bosnians to disorientate them, to lower their morale, to make them crazy in battle, not even in battle, just on civilian populations, when people were fleeing and all of this. So the story about angels, nah. Of course, God helped. There's no 100%. But the story about angels and all of this, no. This is simply people are hallucinating because of the chemical weapons that was used. And that is the more important than this fantasy story about angels, that the Serbian army used chemical weapons against civilian population and in war when the Bosnians were fighting back. So that is the real story. All of this angels story and all of this, no. It is chemical gases, and it should be called out for what it is, and that is chemical gases. The Serbian used chemical gases, and there is proof of it. And everybody who tryna romanticize this story about the Bosnian War, there's no romantic story. There is mortar shells, 82 millimeters and 120 millimeters mortar shells with BZ psychic, whatever shit. So, and everybody can go in and read about it. So, sorry guys, no angels in the real battle. They were used chemical gases, and people should know this because the Serbians can go out and do it again. If people are not informed of them having chemical gases in the next war, people will be dumb and be not prepared for this. This is why we will prepare and tell everybody that the Serbians have chemical gases, and when the war starts next time, we will have the chemical mask. So Brenda will fuck you up. So yeah, basically that's it. It's a short video, but now everybody is more informed. I'm gonna debunk everything about Bosnian war because all of this romantic shit and all of this fake news, even if it's from our own side, I'm gonna debunk it. I don't care. So yeah, no angels, chemical gases, yes. Sorry guys, I had to debunk this, but don't romanticize a war that was more horrible than this. Because this is just romanticization when in reality they used chemical gases on Bosnian people. And that is the real story. The use of chemical gases.